Assalamu alaikum students. Our topic is color. This is the second part of importance of color in designing. Previously you have studied what is color theory. If color theory is simplified, it can be broken down into three parts: the color wheel, color value, and color schemes. This is the color theory. Today we will study about color value and color schemes. You know there are two types of pigments. Pigment is a powder form of color. Natural pigments obtained from nature. Artificial pigments obtained through chemical reactions. The second part of color theory deals with color values. In this slide you can see tint tones, hue, saturation and values. And on the left side, this is the terminology of color mixing painters usually use: pure color, tint tones and shades created by pure colors by adding white, grey and black. When we add black, we create shade. Add black with pure color, add grey with pure color, add white with pure color. Hue is the actual color's name. Red, yellow, blue, these are the hues. Saturation indicates the amount of grey in a color. On the left side you can see the difference between tones, shades. What is tint? A tint lightens the color, but it doesn't make it brighter. Even though the color may appear brighter, in actual fact it is not. In other words, it remains exactly the same color, only a paler version. Furthermore, even a small amount of white added to a color transforms it into a tint. It means a true tint contains no gray. To create a true tint, simply add white to any individual color on the color wheel or any of those pure colors mixed together. And what is tones? Color theory defines a true tone as any hue or mixture of pure colors with only gray added. A true tone as any hue or mixture of pure colors with only gray added. To be precise, this definition considers gray as truly neutral. In other words, there are no additional pigments in the gray other than white plus black. A natural mixture of gray, no matter how light or dark, will tone down the intensity of any color. As a general warning, be careful with how much gray you mix in, because too much gray dulls the color so much it becomes impossible to get the brilliance back. Toned colors are generally considered more pleasing to the eye. They are complex, subtle, and sophisticated. That's because bright, pure colors are most often associated with children. Generally speaking, almost every color we see in our day to day world has been toned to some degree. Shades. While a shade is a mixture with black which increases darkness. Color theory defines a true shade as any pure hue or mixture of pure colors with only black added. In other words, it contains absolutely no white or gray. A shade darkens the color, it remains the same hue, only a darkened version. As has been noted above, even a small amount of white or gray added to a color transforms it into a tone. Therefore, a shade can range from slightly darker than your original color all the way to nearly black with barely any of the color mixed in. The second part of color theory deals with color values. Value is the darkness or lightness of a color. When dealing with pure color or hue, value can be affected by adding white or black to a color. Adding white to a color produces a tint. Monochromatic color schemes literally means one, mono means one color, chroma means color. So, a monochromatic color scheme is made up of one color and its shades and tints. In this slide, you can see in images the shade and tints of blue, purple, and brown. A monotone color scheme is just one single hue and its variation in terms of tints, shades, and saturation. Using saturation and tint shade variations of a color is always good. However, in most cases, I would advise against using a fully monochromatic scheme as there is a risk of monotony. Using it with pure white or black can be efficient though. Monotone achromatic. A monotone achromatic color scheme is a special instance of the monotone scheme which consists of only neutral colors ranging from black to white. A scheme like this can be efficient, but it can very easily look boring. Using an achromatic scheme with just one bright color for highlight can be very effective. Analogous color. Colors that are next to each other on the color wheel. When used as a color scheme, analogous colors can be dramatic. For example, blue with blue green, green and yellow green, red with red purple purple, blue purple. These are analogous colors. Complementary color schemes. Colors found directly across from each other on the color wheel. They are complementary colors. Complementary color scheme provides strong contrast. For example, blue and orange, red and green, yellow green and red purple. Split complementary color schemes. These are made up of a color and its complements closest analogous colors. For example, blue, yellow, orange, and red orange, red orange, red purple, green. These are split complementary colors. Triadic complementary consist of three colors found on the color wheel that are equally spaced apart from each other. For example, red, blue, and yellow, or orange, green, and purple. You can see these colors in these two images. Triadic means three. Tetradic. Tetradic means four or double complementary. The tetradic double complementary color scheme is the richest of all the schemes because it uses four colors arranged into two complementary color pairs. So it looks beautiful. It creates interest of people. These are the links for further studies. Thank you for listening, students.